All right, guys, so it's 4 o'clock in the morning, and we've got a problem. We've got Red Delicious up there at Industrial Injection that lost a rod bearing in the motor last night, really late. So I'm gonna go to the shop, get all the parts that we're gonna need to fix this thing up, and we're gonna shoot up to Salt Lake to Industrial Injection and get that fixed up today, because we've got a big event weekend on the edge, and that truck's gotta be there. So I'm not gonna let my guys down, so I gotta get to the shop, get the stuff, and we're gonna get up there and I'll show you guys. We'll get the thing put back together and hopefully we'll see this thing running today. Also, on another side note, we are going to be driving, I'm gonna drive my 05 Dodge, and it has a bit of a hard start problem. But I wanna see how it does. So we do have a hard start problem on it. It's an 05, it's got 290,000 miles on it, so hopefully we don't end up broke down as well. All right, here we go. So we're just cruising along out here, headed up to Salt Lake. Sun's not up yet. We're gonna get this thing hammering down. We're gonna get cruising up to Salt Lake. Sun's not even up. Listening to my favorite radio station, The Boss. Got the edge in sight, giving me all the numbers. She's rolling good. Here we're just coming through town. All right, guys, so we're here at my shop. Polished up a crank. We're gonna load that up in the truck. A lot of cylinder heads on the shelf ready to go. But this is my shop. You guys haven't really seen that yet, but I'll kind of show you that at a later date. But for right now, we're to the rescue. Well, as you can see, we're hitting a little bit of fog up over the mountains here. She's just ripping. This truck runs so good. I'm so impressed with this thing. Just rolling along here, singing a song. I don't have any radio stations up here. I don't have a CD or anything, so I'm just singing my own tune up here. I have a quick pet peeve, and it's about brights. People with their brights on. Right, so I've got my brights on. Obviously, I'm going to shut my brights off when a car comes. But one of the most awesome feelings in the whole world to me is when I hit my brights to shut them off the exact same time the other people do. It's like, man, that guy really gets it. So this old Dodge has got a pretty good story. So my friend Merlin down in Lake Havasu, I was down there visiting him. We came across one of his friends had this old truck in a kind of like a salvage yard, sitting out in the corner of a salvage yard with a big fuel tank in the bed of it. And the funny story about it is the two-tone of this truck, the blue that it is, I'm not really sure what color the blue is, but this darker blue that came out in 2005 Dodge, that's what this is. I bought this same truck brand new in 2005, was my first Cummins that I had bought with the two-tone, and when I saw this sitting over there, it just brought back so many memories. And I was like, well, what are you doing with that old truck? And he's like, oh, it doesn't run, there's, you know, this problem and that problem. And so I said, well, would you be interested in selling it, you know? And he's like, heck, I haven't even pulled it out of there for like 4 or 5 years. And he's like, let me think on it. So a couple weeks later, he called me and said, yeah, I'd sell it, you know. And I think I gave him $4 grand for it. We did get it started. I towed it home. I had to replace the interior in it. Well, I cleaned the interior all up and replaced the seats. But I'm into it, not a whole lot of money. And I mean, I've been driving this thing around. It has a hard start problem. I'm thinking it's injectors or a pump, and luckily I know how to fix that. So maybe when we get back, we'll get that going, and we'll get that fixed, and maybe I'll do a walkthrough video on replacing injectors and a pump, and one or the other. We'll see what we can do. But other than that, this old truck's running pretty good. All right, so we're just getting here to industrial. They've got this thing all apart. Let's go check out the damages for this thing. Well, let's look at this first. So they smoked a rod bearing. The rest of the bearings look actually really, really good. But this one is no bueno. That's our culprit right there. And the pistons don't really look hurt or anything. The rings still look good. I brought all the parts to put in it. We got some waggler rods, some diamond pistons, new crank. We got Slim and Nick over here tearing her apart so we can get her in the... Yeah, look at those. The bearings are all still... We're gonna get her all cleaned up and she'll be a fresh rebuild by the time we're done here. Right? Brand new motor coming up. Some other cool things they're trying to get done. Working on this truck, getting this cool powder coat on her. Looking pretty good. But check out this cool truck over here. What are you doing to this truck? Quite a wild looking truck here. All purpose plumbing. Yeah, quite a cool truck. So let's go check out the engine. Alright, so here's the new beauty all going back together. It's all looking fresh now. So hopefully we'll get this thing put back together. Sean's over here scrubbing her down. Hopefully Sean will get this thing put back together and we'll have her running today, huh?
Yes, sir.
Loaded this thing up with some nitrous. Alright, so Baca just got the bottom end put together. This thing's a beaut, Clark. Nick's over here doing a torque on it. We've all taken a pass at her.
Hot retorque.
Hot retorque here. We're hot and we're retorquing it, each of us. So it's coming along. It'll be a miracle. So we kind of had a little friendly banter here. We said that we were going to have our truck done before they had their trucks done, but our truck definitely looks better than our truck. Look at that. So we're sitting in Red Delicious here. Kip on the laptop.
Hi.
What did that truck end up making?
1260 or 1280, 1290. I don't know. Made 1,300 horsepower.
Looks like we're gonna line the hood stacks up here, and we are ready to fire her up. A lot of fucking wires. Got it running finally. It is midnight. By the time I get home, it'll be 24 hours, guys. We're gonna see what it does here. first hit, no nitrous, was about 2,100 horsepower. Alright, so it is, as you can see, the hazards are on. That's never a good sign. We did get Randy's truck all put back together, got it on the dyno, and it did exactly what we wanted it to do. So it made 2,220 horsepower on fuel only, no nitrous. So they're going to take it to the event tomorrow and spray the nitrous on it and see what it does. But unfortunately, we were headed home. It is 3:45 in the morning, so almost 15 minutes coming up on 24 hours, and that I've been up and running this emergency fix 'em up jobber here today. And the CP3 pump on the truck that I'm driving exploded. So coming down the freeway in the middle of nowhere. So I'm sitting here waiting for Brighton to get here to tow me off the freeway and take me back to his house to go to bed for the night. So not sure what tomorrow's gonna bring or how I'm gonna get home, because I'm 2 hours away from my house, my bed. And anyway, so it's been a long day. I'm just beat. I've got a blanket. I had a blanket on me because the truck won't start and it's dead and it's tired. But yeah, anyway, maybe we'll catch you guys in the morning. All right, so plans have changed. Instead of going home to Talon's football game, my truck broke down last night. Brighton rescued me at 4 o'clock in the morning. It's been a long night. Here it is, 8. We haven't slept yet. We got Randy's truck on the trailer all done and ready to go. We got Brighton's truck on the trailer. We're gonna head to Weekend on the Edge dyno event today. So see what comes of this day. All right, guys, so we're out here at Weekend on the Edge. There's a bunch of stuff going on. We got dynos going on. We got Randy's truck all put together and running. We're gonna be hitting the dyno here. There's some pretty awesome trucks here. We got some really cool stuff here. I'll take you around and show you some stuff going on. These guys put this truck together last night at our shop. It's pretty sweet. We got right over here, putting a little more nitrous to it. Some really cool trucks. Still they're dynoing. Look at this. This truck is my favorite out of all of these. I love the old Super Swamper boggers. What a beautiful truck. It's a little slick out here, but chaser's going. got Chase's truck just off the dyno. What do you think, dude?
I think I about blew her up.
Dude, it's this knocking, not your clutch.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, your clutch's still good.
Oh, that's
What did
good.
she made 1,290?
Something like that,
Heck
yeah.
All right, so Brighton's rolling off. He just did 1,908 horsepower with some nitrous and 1,540 horsepower on fuel only. So what an awesome job. So Brighton, his truck did 1,908 horsepower, which is a huge, huge feat for us. Chase did 1,292 horsepower. Everything's running good and put together. We're pretty happy with the outcome, and we're getting ready to see Randy's run here pretty soon, and we'll go from there. Nitrous it right now. 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 All right, guys, so I'm back in the garage after what was just an absolute exhausting weekend. It was fun, had a lot of fun with a lot of my friends working on trucks and stuff that I haven't done in a long time since I moved down to the machine shop. And that part was really, really epic, but it was a lot of long nights and a lot of stress, but it was all worth it. I had a super awesome time hanging out with Randy, seeing Randy and Sean and Roberto and David Shepard and all those guys came down, hung out and worked on their trucks, and it was like old times. It was really, really cool. We got Randy's truck all put back together, got it on the dyno. We worked pretty much 24 hours to make it happen. Got it running, got it to edge days. We still had a few little quirks and problems with the nitrous kit and stuff. It ended up making 2,490 horsepower, which is the most it's ever made and is a respectable number for sure. We'd like to see a lot more, but we're getting it put back together and gonna try again here in a week or so at another event. But Brighton made a huge number on his 6.7 ET, and ET is the name of his truck. He made 1,908 horsepower. And he actually made 1,920 the night before, but it was raining really hard and it could have slipped. And that could have caused Chase. Chase also hit a record on his truck at 1,299 horsepower or something like that. So all in all, and even David Shepard's truck made 1,720 something horsepower, 60 something horsepower, which was the most it had ever made. So all in all, it was a great weekend. The trucks all made a huge, huge amount of power. It was a blast. I did lose the injection pump on my truck on the way home. The thing had 290,000 miles on it, stock pump. And it was funny because it has been giving me problems for a couple months, and I just kind of just said, I'll fix it later. And well, now we're going to have to fix it, and we may see that coming up here in another video, because I'm going to have to pull it all apart and fix it, and we'll see what it takes to do that. But for now, we're home, we're happy. We're gonna move on to the next video and see what we got out in the store. We're actually getting ready to go on a trip to Denver. Talon's got a wrestling tournament coming up, and so we're gonna go out and wrestle. It's called the Cosmic Clash, and it's a really cool event. I guess they do it under black lights, and they get a bunch of cool neon stuff that they wear and go and wrestle. So you guys will be seeing that, and stay tuned, and thanks for watching.